It's Big Phil. It is Big Phil. How you doing? You all right? We'll come back to you in a minute. Look at that. That's the most beautiful woman in the world.
Hello, everybody. How nice to see you again. And today we are just Philaktis' friend.
We are. We're Philaktis' friend today. He's the guy with a great, great tongue, a huge personality, and an even bigger smile. What does he do? He promotes the Ibis Jeep Safari. And that Jeep Safari is waiting especially for you. If you want Philaktis' telephone number, well, there it is. He's also on Viber and WhatsApp, and he's waiting to share the experience of a lifetime with you. Very, very popular Jeep Safari company in downtown Paphos. Go on TripAdvisor, Ibis Jeep Safari, and see what it's all about. People come back year after year, and they go on that Jeep Safari every single time, and they say it's wonderful. Let's have a word with the big man himself. Are you busy? So.
The season.
It's coming to an end, isn't it?
Yes.
But I'm pretty sure that you are filling a Jeep or two. Yes, exactly. Otherwise, you wouldn't still be here. So you're still making a little bit of money, that's for sure. But he's got a great personality and a great smile. And look at that view behind him. It's a view to die for. He's a man who's a beauty, and there's the blueness in the background. Ibis Jeep Safari. Come and see Phil. Cross his palm with a little bit of silver, and he'll make sure that you get a great, great trip indeed. The way it works, by the way, you come down, there's different Jeep Safaris they've got. Choose the one you want. You give them a small deposit. They then arrange to pick you up at your hotel, your apartment complex, or an agreed meeting point, and that is when you pay the balance to the driver of the Jeep. So don't be thinking, they're not going to turn up or that kind of thing. They are. It's a very, very serious business. Philaktis is the man in charge on the Harbour and Promenade Boulevard, shall we call it? That's his number. Hunted down on TripAdvisor, Viber, and of course WhatsApp. There's always something extra special included in their Jeep Safaris. For example, if you go on the Akamas and the Adonis Waterfalls, the Adonis Waterfalls is included free of charge, so there's no entry fee. So there you go. You've already done well, and you can wander around and have a look at the spectacality and the beauty of the area known as the Adonis Baths. And if you go hunting back in our back catalogue, Adonis Baths, Marika and me on YouTube, of course in the search engine, up will come our 3 videos, and you'll watch us wandering around. You see the booth is having a bit of a chat, and they're discussing the ups and downs in the Jeep Safari world.
I'm saying to Philaktis, he's a strong, good, big man,
He
but
is.
you should stop smoking.
You should, Phil, yeah, you should. You should switch to cigars. That's what you should do. I'll bring him a bit later. There we
Yeah,
are.
well,
Phil is a superstar and a great, great
you
friend.
know
by the way.
what?
Yes.
It's a very stressful job. If some people think, oh, they're sitting here all day doing nothing. No, it's stressful. They've got a plan. They have to do all what they have to do. And of course, responsibilities of the life. And that's why they are.
Poo, 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 poo. They do indeed. Remember, they've all got families. Phil's got a couple of kids. He's got a wife. They've got to support them. Obviously, you have to like what they're promoting, but of course, a lot of people do. So go down, book a trip on, and make sure you cross his palm with that little bit of silver. They're looking to recruit, shall we say, 50 to 60 people a day. Might sound easy, but of course it's not. Most people just walk past them and totally and utterly ignore them. And then on their last day, they think, oh, I want to go on those Jeep Safari things. And then they turn up midday, and of course, it's too late. And the next day, you're on that big bird, and you're off back to, well, wherever you may be from, shall we say. We're entering the downtown Kato Paphos Harbour, and we'd like you to come with us. We're going to have a quick word with Miss Otching receiver the booth and see what she's got to say. Well, as long as you want.
I have to complain
Yes.
about the weather today. Can I?
Yes.
People,
Humid.
People, it's so humid. I feel like I want to undress myself and then take off the skin of myself.
Well, I mean, the glasses are going to come down for the undressing bit. I mean, they'll come off later, obviously, the glasses I'm on about. But yes, it's very, very humid indeed. Perhaps if you're the weather girl on the YouTube channel known as Marika and me, and your name is Miss Dawn, you've got a husband called Mr. Sean, a very, very clever dog called Sir Bobo, and a spectacality of a partner in his crimes, a little pussy cat called Lady Daisy. Yeah. The temperature is 27 degrees, so that's not bad. That's very, very nice. But unfortunately, the humidity is around about 75%. So even just walking around at 8:30 in the evening, we're complaining because we are sticky, is the word, sticky. And even people who come in holiday are saying, yeah, it's a bit humid. There's another week or so before the humidity goes away, and perhaps in the meantime we can entice you with a superstar of a balloon. Look at those. €5 for the ones that are floating in the air, and the ones that are lighting up especially for you are €7. So if you want that special balloon, go and track down one of the balloon mafia girls.
I like the way they want to sell the balloons. They always come in with the balloons around the children. They find it, and the children are always crying. They always want, of course, everything shiny, balloons and lovely, beautiful. And they are just going around and go and go.
Yes,
And go.
they are indeed.
Annoying.
They're cruel, but there we go. Get your money out, get them a balloon. Well, the main event is coming up. This is the downtown Kato Paphos Harbour eating area. There's a few restaurants along here. If you've not watched the channel before, well, you're in for a bit of fun, because we're going to introduce you to some of the stars that welcome you in, from the boss to the, I don't know, dishwasher upper, if they're around. This is King's Restaurant, which is the first one on the block. Could be the best restaurant. It's certainly one of the best restaurants, and the man in charge tonight, he's the prince, and of course his name is Mr. Makis. Yasugumaro, you all right? How are you doing? You all right? Good? Been busy?
Busy.
Yes, that's what we like to see. And there's another prince, Andreas. You all right? How are you doing? How's your BMW doing?
Good.
It hasn't broken down yet? Not yet. Not yet. Hopefully it doesn't. We wish you luck. King's Restaurant. Could be the busiest restaurant in downtown Paphos Harbour. You come here on a weekend, it's packed to the rafters. And you've also got the rear house over there. You can eat over there, by the way, or just chill out and have a drink or a cocktail or something special that could be waiting just for you. Now, we've come to one of the other restaurants straight into their area. And here it is. This is Theo's restaurant. Again, one of the busiest and one of the best restaurants in the downtown Kato Paphos Harbour. The man in charge of it is Andreas. He just whizzed off camera because he's busy, filling it to the rafters.
Makis was saying me yesterday was coming one man in the restaurant of them and said to Makis,
Hello,
Andreas.
Andreas.
I see
Yasugumaro,
myself
you all right?
today.
Excellent.
I checked.
He checked himself. There we are. Now and again he goes and increases our views by one. But there we go. He is a star. Was he was saying
He
Makis?
said to Makis, wow, I've seen you in videos. And he said, yes, I know. You're the most smiling
Happiest man, smilingest man in the
Give me
world.
the autograph.
Here he is.
Your outfit today,
Yes.
very beautiful.
Thank you very much.
There he is. He's dancing and prancing with the most beautiful woman in the world. That's Andreas, Theo's restaurant, star amongst stars. Yes, well, I buy a present every single day, to be honest. I make sure I look after my watching receiver the booth. And I know a man who come into town, he's a lord, and he's got a bit of Derek in his name, and he's bringing his Graciela booth. And at the moment she's having her nails done, all the bits and bobs. And I know he's going to go and treat her to that special outfit to come out to downtown Paphos. This is where all the boat trips are kicking off, from Paphos Sea cruises and various other cruises. So if you want to go on a special boat trip, this is the area that you want to come. Let's go and see Graciela booth and see what she's got to say.
No, I'm still laughing about when Andreas said, buy something to her, don't be stitchy. Stitchy means greedy, yeah?
Is that what it means? Stingy.
Stingy.
Not stitchy.
Even Andreas knows stingy.
Wow.
Right. And if he only knew, poor me.
Poor
dear
you.
me,
Poor you. Hold on a minute. Poor me. Poor Lord Jeremy. Poor Lord Simon. But not poor you.
Come on, mister.
There we are. That cheeky monkey little smile.
Come on.
She could be a Bond villain, that's for sure. Pelican Restaurant is coming up. That means Debbie Llewellyn is getting very, very excited indeed. Murphy the dog is on the edge of his seat because he understands that the chuckling boy, the man known as Marinos, and here he is. Yasugumaro number one.
6 people will come to see you in a bit.
Excellent.
They go to eat.
Have you paid them?
Savas.
Is that what you've done? Have you paid them to come and see us?
No, they have to pay us.
Excellent.
Have to see us, yes.
I knew I was doing something wrong. He's a much cleverer man. He really, really is. Now, I don't insult you all the time, and I don't mean to insult you, because I understand you are very clever. But what happens when you go in a shop? Why did you buy a T-shirt with the letter the wrong way round?
I make mistakes too.
Right, you
Not
make
only-
mistakes. Now, can we check your shoes? Because
Always.
Debbie wants to check your shoes.
Always.
So stay still. Stay still. Let's have a
I
look.
not move.
I think these ones are cheap ones.
cheap shoes.
What make are those? Begins with an S.
need to
I'll
check.
give you an idea. Go on, check them out. Go on, check it. What does it say? What does it actually say?
What is right?
Cheap. That's what it says.
Cheap shoes.
Santoni.
Yes,
That's it.
I forgot the name.
Yes.
Santoni.
But they are quite expensive, I understand that. How much are those? About 400 or so?
For 50, I think.
Jesus. Anyway, you want to stay away from that boutique. They'll be building a
go
new
together.
hotel because
We
of
need
you.
to go
They
together.
will. They will. There we are. This
This
is
week we go.
the boutiques that are in the Almira Hotel. So that's where he goes and buys a lots of his things, by the way. Anyway, Pelican Restaurant. This is where we are. And the Pelican Restaurant is one of the busiest and one of the best restaurants in the world. And that is the director in charge. So we'll go and have a word with him because he's actually got the boss. He's the director and he's got the boss. And there she is, Coco, the Pelican. And she's kissing you. That's what she's doing. You all right, George?
All right.
Good to see you.
All right.
Yeah. She's in charge tonight.
Very nice,
There's no doubt about that. There we are. Have a nibble. Go on. Eat me live on camera if you wish. She says, what are you doing in my restaurant? This is my table, Coco. This is my table. She's going to go and have a quick word with Marinos because the director and Coco are on our table, so he's going to throw them out. Marinos, I want a word with you. George, the director, and Coco, the owner, are on our table. So you have to throw them out.
Problem.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So can we get them thrown out now, on camera?
My two friends, why you sit on Mr. Paul table?
Oh, she's
Why you
complaining.
sit on Mr. Paul table? You need to move.
There's the Pelican, there she is. There's Coco, live on camera. We'll see you in about 10
See you
minutes.
in a bit,
Maurice.
yes?
See you in a bit, see you in a bit. That's the star of the Pelican Restaurant. To be honest, she's the star of the harbour, Miss Coco. Now, talking about stars, if you want to meet the most handsome man in the world, Yasu, you all right?
So I'm good. Yeah.
Did you have a good day off?
Yes.
Did you enjoy your running last night?
Half day off. Yeah.
Half day off.
Cotta, chicken cotta.
Look at that.
Yes, cotta is
Live chicken souvlaki on the little channel known
What's
as
going on
YouTube.
with Georgia today? They
What's
are
going on
playing
with
against
Georgia? Who's playing?
Spain. Georgia and Spain.
Ah, Georgia and Spain. There we are.
Not going well.
It's not going well for Georgia. No, it's going pretty well for Spain. I can see that.
Such a
But
lovely
luckily,
boy.
you're Armenian.
Yes.
Yes.
What's going on?
Georgia are playing Spain. And Georgia's getting a bit of a spanked bottom.
Really?
Yes.
Forward.
But luckily, she's Armenian. There we go. Her mum is Georgian, but she's Armenian. Thanks, Emmanuel. And we wish you a great, great evening indeed. And if you want a great ice cream, well, there you go. There it is. Waiting especially for you. And you can watch Hispania give Georgia a bit of a leathering. 4-1 at the moment, 61 minutes gone. So, could be bad.
Wow.
Could be
I
bad.
can imagine how do they feel. I understand. But it's just a game. Somebody
only a
should
game,
win,
yeah.
somebody should lose.
Well, Cyprus are playing Scotland in the next couple of days. And that's not good if you're in Paphos. Someone is 60 years of old.
Wow.
Or perhaps they made a mistake and it's upside down or back to front. You never know. Stay at the Castle restaurant. This one's waiting especially for you. It's certainly the biggest restaurant. It could be the best restaurant. They've got a great, great selection of fish and meats and all sorts of other little bits and bobs. If you want to get that special bit of fish, there it is, waiting especially for you. Live and almost frozen, as you can see, with all the ice on the top of it. And if you look into this fridge here, look at that. Now that is what I call a nice bit of meat. They've got burgers, they've got lamb chops, they've got fillet steaks, and wow, look at that. If your name is Lord Jeremy and Lord Simon, and you want a pork chop, this is the place to come.
My goodness, this all meat, it's so tasteful.
Tasteful, tasty. It's to die for.
It's looking fresh, and it must be nice when it's on grill somewhere. Oh.
Oh,
What about our
going
diet?
back a bit later. Now, possibly the nicest man in the whole harbour. Very, very famous indeed. His name is Mr. Henry. Ooh, la 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 la, la 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 la. There he is.
Fantastic octopus.
You like octopus?
Best lovely meal you can find in States Bar. Nice to see everybody again. Welcome to
Paradise.
no, Paradise.
Marika and me.
America and me. Yeah,
Yes.
lovely channel.
Yes.
Subscribe to this channel.
Yes.
We love you. We love you. We love
Can we
you.
pay you now?
No,
We'll pay
yeah,
you now.
no,
There we are. We'll pay him now. That's Henry Ooh La La La. He's a superstar on the harbour, and it's his job to fill that little restaurant But to be honest, if you start counting the empty spaces, there's not many. He's done a very, very good job indeed. This is Stevie's. Could be the best restaurant, could be the best cocktail place in the world. There's also a hidden pier through there. If you walk through there, you can go and, well, scuba dive, and you may find that umbrella that's vanished off into that blue Mediterranean Sea. I'm going to say thanks for watching, and of course, if you do like what you see, want to hit that like, click that subscribe, come back for a little bit more of our madness. And while you're at it, you know what you do. Hit that little buy me a coffee icon. Google us, buy me a coffee, Marika and me, and perhaps treat us to a coffee or two as a thank you, as a salute, and perhaps to motivate us to make more videos especially for you. There's a man called John all the way in downtown Edinburgh, and there's a man called John all the way in downtown Glasgow, and we're talking to you. Watching Priscilla Booth is dancing on a wall especially for you.
John Ricey, it's especially for you. I can make pirouettes.
She's pirouetting, she's prancing.
If I fall down, you have to know that it was especially for you. We're loving you to bits, kissing you and hugging you from the bottom of our
two hearts indeed. There's lots of people in Paphos at the moment. We're having a great time with them. We're sad to see people go, by the way. You know, Simon, Jessica, Princess Megan and Gangster Max. We miss you from the bottom of our two hearts. So I'm looking forward to seeing you again very, very soon indeed. Simon apparently has got some projects on the go. He's going to go and do a bit of debt collecting and whisk that spectacality of family back to Paphos. That's for sure. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again very, very soon indeed. Big shout out to some of the stars who like to watch the show. Sir Philip, Lady Sharon, we'll be having a butterfly or something waiting especially for you. And of course there's a guy with a Cheshire grin smile, and he's got a beauty. She's a brunette beauty, that is for sure, and a personality to die for. If your name is Sir Jason and you've got a beauty in your life called Lady Rachel, have a great time in Egypt, and we'll be waiting for you to do some nude canoodling all the way over to downtown Paphos. Canoodle. And of course, Lord Julian, yes, and his blonde beauty called Lady Bridget. We're missing you like crazy. Enjoy that honeymoon for the rest of your life, and we'll be waiting and prancing, especially for you, in the downtown Kato Paphos Harbour, and looking forward to your return. Thanks for watching.